Hey guys, so happy to be back with you. Today I wanted to talk about some of the best players in college basketball over the last 5 years. So I thought it would be a fun idea to compile a team of one and done players and compare it to a team of guys who stayed 3 or 4 years in college. Okay, so here's my one and done lineup and here's my 4-year lineup. So later in the video, we'll go through each player, kind of discuss why they made the cut. So I wanted to again start out with my game wheeling and dealing with Ryan. All right, so let's spin the wheel today to see what we have in store. And it looks like it's going to be the college reveal. So today at the end of my video, I will be revealing where I will be going to college this fall, so you definitely won't want to miss that, so stay tuned. Okay, so now let's go through why I chose each player at each position. So I started out with Trae Young, decided to pick him over another guy like you think of Markelle Fultz, the first round pick from a few years back. Trae Young was so explosive, he could score in bunches, 27.4 points per game with the Sooners, 36% from deep and an 86% from the free throw line. Guy who could score the ball. 44 against Baylor, 43 against Oregon. A great year for him, and he was an easy pick for me as point guard. RJ Barrett, another easy pick. 22 points per game with Duke, averaged 4 assists per game, great around the basket, had a decent mid-range game. Not a great shooter, but a guy who carried his team. Him and Zion, you saw him in that opening game against Kentucky. He dropped 33 in their big dominant win to start the season. Easy pick for me. Ben Simmons now, the power forward. But it was a little bit of a toss-up between him and Jason Tatum. I did like Ben Simmons, though, because of his versatility, because of his ability to score. He was a scorer. He scored 19 per game in his 1 year. Big-time performances, and that's another thing I really like. You look at Jason Tatum, not as much of that score. Really solid player, Tatum, 16 per game with Duke. I decided to give him the honorable mention. He will be the sixth man. If, when we played this game, he'd come off the bench. Zion Williamson, on the other hand, an easy choice for my power forward. 22 points per game, 68% from the field. Had big-time performances against Syracuse and UNC in the ACC tournament. He scored 35 against Cuse and 31 against UNC when his team needed it. He was the Wooden Award winner in the 2018-19 AP Player of the Year, a guy who will be remembered in college basketball history for many, many years to come. That rounds it up to DeAndre Ayton, the center, currently playing for the Phoenix Suns. While in Arizona, he scored 20 points per game, averaged 11 rebounds, was the 2017-18 Pac-12 Player of the Year, and also was the Pac-12 Tournament MVP that year. But again, a guy who had that around the basket presence, was a shot blocker, rebounder, and you just banged it down low to him in the post, and he would get the job done. So now let me move down to that 4-year guys. It's Jalen Brunson, the 2-time NCAA champion, beating Michigan and UNC. He was the 27-18 AP Player of the Year, and he also was a Wooden Award winner. Over his 4 years, he scored 14 points per game, shot 82% from the stripe, and he was a 39% shooter from deep with the Wildcat. Buddy Hield now was my choice for shooting guard. A little bit of a tough choice between him and Marcus Howard. I chose Buddy Hield because I looked at how he transformed over his 4 years. His first 2 years were good, but his final year, he scored 25 points a game, shot 45% from deep, 88% from the line in his final year with the Sooners, and he carried them to the Final Four where they would lose to Jalen Brunson and the Wildcats. He was a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, and he also was a Wooden Award winner. For me, he was the clear choice over Marcus Howard, though Marcus did earn that honorable mention spot, the sixth-man spot. Both of their careers were absolutely magical. Denzel Valentine was my choice for small forward. He started scoring 5 points per game in his freshman year, and by his senior year, 19 points per game with the Spartans. Shot 44% from deep and 85% from the line in his senior year. Averaged 7.8 assists. He was the 2015-2016 AP Player of the Year. The transformation, like I said, that he made was really tremendous. A guy who used those full 4 years to grow. There are guys like him that are great college players, and he is a clear example of that. Let me transition now to the power forward. Ethan Happ, a name you might not remember. Averaged 15 a game over 4 years, mainly 17 in his final 2 years. Definitely stepped up his play. He almost averaged 9 boards per game, and he was a consensus All-American and a 3-time All-Big Ten player. Really good, again, type of game similar to the next guy I'll talk about, Luka Garza. Great player in college, but you transition to the NBA, he wouldn't be able to make it. His moves, he's maybe not quick enough, but in college, he dominated. Same, like I said, Luka Garza had a tremendous junior and senior year, scoring almost 24 points per game in his final 2 years. In his past season, he shot 44% from deep and grabbed about 7 rebounds. Some big-time performances. He had 36 against Oregon in their second-round loss. He was the 2021 AP Player of the Year, a 2-time consensus All-American, and a Wooden Award winner. So that's going to wrap things up. I went through both guys. Like I said, Marcus Howard and Jason Tatum were my 6th-man choices. They just missed the cut. What do you guys think? Were there anything I could have changed? Do you think this guy should have made it over that? Feel free to leave that in the comments if you'd like. I would love to hear your feedback. But now that brings me to what you guys have all been waiting for, and it's my big college reveal. I'm happy to announce that this fall I will be attending Fordham University. Go Rams! So again, that's going to wrap things up for today's video. Hope you guys stay tuned for more content to come. And don't forget to like and subscribe.